Hi everyone, my name's Spencer and welcome back to my channel. How's everyone holding up? I know the last year or so has been difficult for a multitude of reasons, and I just want to say that I love you all and I'm so proud of you for making it this far. So, welcome to June. June was actually the first month of my bullet journal setups that I uploaded to YouTube, and I can't believe it's been a whole year already. So I just want to thank everyone for hanging out with me for an entire year. It's been great. For this month's theme, I decided to go with a coffee theme because my first June bullet journal setup was actually tea themed. So I've gone full circle-ish and done a coffee theme. Initially I wanted to use actual coffee, but alas, even though I practiced and used the exact same formula, I guess, it decided to not play ball when I went to put this in my actual bullet journal, so I went back to my trusty hobbycraft dual tip pens instead. Side note, I absolutely love this Spectrum Noir 0.1 fineliner. It came with my Spectrum marker set and I don't realise it would be in there, but oh my god, I've fallen in love with it. It is so lovely to use and I'm probably going to pick up some more in the future. For this theme, I didn't want to just draw coffee mugs all over the title page. Fear not though, friend, there will be plenty of cute coffee cups throughout the rest of the spreads, trust me. Instead, I decided to go with this coffee ring theme, which I am hella guilty of leaving most of the time. Most of you know I have some issues with my hands, on top of just being plain clumsy, which basically means I spill a lot of coffee. So anywhere I go, there's usually coffee rings that I end up having to clean up. So I decided to embrace that and put them all over my bullet journal cover page. There may or may not be some pages in my previous bullet journal that have these coffee rings on completely accidentally. But shh, no one needs to know that. It's just between me and you, alright? On the other page, I did decide to draw a coffee cup. This is for my quote page, and I'm just giving it a little chai label because my order of choice whenever I'm out at a coffee shop is a soy chai latte. Warm in the winter, iced in the summer. It's just the perfect drink. You get tea and coffee in the same beverage. It's amazing. How can it be better than that? The quote that I'm using this month is shortened from a longer quote, but I'm just using the lines, "Great ideas start with coffee." I don't know about you, but whenever I sit down to do a session, be it writing, art, sewing, journaling, anything like that, I always need a cup of coffee to hand. I'll inevitably get too involved with the project and forget about it until it's cold, but it's the thought that counts, right? P.S. There is a big difference between iced coffee and cold coffee. You can't change my mind on that. For my monthly calendar, I'm doing the same setup that I've been using this whole quarter, which is to do a medium-sized calendar over a double-page spread, with plenty of room to doodle around it and to write my goals out on the right-hand side. For this goals section, I usually just look back at my quarterly goals and pick a few to try and work on in this particular month. When I was setting this up, I hadn't decided my goals yet, so I haven't filled that in. I'm probably going to add more doodles to this page as the month progresses, but for now I'm just doing 2 wibbly wobbly coffee circles. Yes, that is the technical term. You can see I had a slight challenge trying to match these faint dividing lines in the goals section to the actual coffee on the title page. I wanted them to look similar to try and tie them in because I couldn't put ink over the actual coffee stains that I made without ruining the paper. But they kept coming out too yellow, so I ended up using that golden brown, which in my pens is labelled W6, to match the banner that I put on the calendar. It kind of gives me the latte art vibes, you know, the lighter coloured foam that you get on top of a coffee, so I just went with it. Next is my tracker pages. For this page, I decided to do the headings in those coffee rings. I really like the way this came out, having just that border around it and then the headings within that. I don't know, it made me happy to look at. Starting with my mood tracker at the bottom of the page. Remember how I said there would be coffee cups in future spreads? Well, here they are, all 30 of them. I used this design from Helen Bradley on Learn to Draw Today. I haven't drawn the cute faces in yet because that's actually how I'm going to track my mood throughout the month. So the different faces will mean different moods. I can also make it quite nuanced because of this design, so I can change the eyes to show different emotions, which would also be good practice for drawing anyway. I'm also going to colour in the coffee cups, but each colour will represent a different level of pain, so the entire cup will show both my mood and my pain by the end of the day. For my habit tracker, I went with the same system that I've been using throughout the year, actually, yeah. So the same system that I've been using throughout 2021. I've really been enjoying it, and it's so simple, and filling in the little boxes makes me feel really accomplished, even if it's just a small thing. And we are here for the small wins and bursts of serotonin. I have renamed some of the habits and moved them about so that I've kind of created a daily routine. So I've got my morning, afternoon, and evening routine. This should help me keep better track of things that I need to do multiple times a day. For example, my snacks. So part of my regime means that I need to eat a morning snack, an afternoon snack, and an evening snack. Previously I just listed them as snack 1, 2, and 3, but I may only have one snack a day and it wasn't telling me like when I had it. So this way I should be able to now see if I'm routinely missing, say, a morning snack or an afternoon snack, rather than just recording how many I have that day. So for the last part of this spread, I am setting up the first week of June. Because this month starts on a Tuesday, I had a little bit more room to play with this spread. So on the far left, where I usually have my Monday calendar, I've put my mini calendar and a fun coffee consumed tracker. Moving the mini calendar over to the left-hand side means I have more room to write out a to-do list. I don't find that I need this much room throughout every week of the month, but particularly at the beginning when I've got more things to set up or things to complete from the previous month, that one I tend to need a bit more room for. So it works out pretty well here. As you can see, I'm doing the faux Dutch doors again. I really love this planning style. It works so well for me, and it gives me plenty of room to write out my tasks and to journal, like a few lines about how my day's been. I really do just love the planning, journaling and doodling space that it gives me. And I've also learned this year that I definitely prefer vertical weekly layouts like this to horizontal ones. Looking back throughout this bullet journal, the ones that I've used the most have been the vertical setups. And I think that's just because I have the extra space to be a bit more creative with them. That's not to say that I won't use horizontal ones again in the future, just that for now, this is what I like. And here's the final flip. We have my quote and cover page, my monthly calendar page, my tracker page for my habits and mood and pain, and my weekly spread. Question for you guys, what's your favourite type of layout and why? And if you don't bullet journal yourself, what's your go-to coffee shop order? It doesn't have to be coffee. Whatever you like to order in the coffee shop. Thanks for watching, friend. If you like the video, feel free to give it a like, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so we can hang out some more. I upload videos on my creative planning and pursuits, and I live stream my weekly setup here on YouTube every Friday. And I hope to see you there. Bye!